And we'll go live over here. All right. All right. All right, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for your gifts. Thanks for your hearts. Thanks for your likes. Spam us with your likes. We're going to be doing some dough today. Let me just get set up for that. I'll be right back with you. We're going to have giveaways today. We're going to make dough today. I'm going to give you a little bit of update on our Dave Portnoy Christmas miracle, and um, and our status with launching the Tiny Brick Oven, which got a little delayed. So I do apologize for that. But uh, it was the craziest pizza experience of my life. Getting reviewed by Dave Portnoy, going to the One Bite Festival, lines out the doors. I mean, I wouldn't trade these memories, these things for the world. It really meant so much to me. But now, thanks to all of that, I get to be here with you live streaming, sharing pizza love, launching our Tiny Brick Oven. It's going to be a game changer. Going to be one of the best pizza ovens. It is the world's best outdoor pizza oven. I don't think there's any other way to say it. I mean, I've obsessed over this thing for years, and it's going to be a massive game changer once it reaches the market. So we're very, very excited about that. And we're very excited to be here with you today, every Saturday from 11 to noon, sharing pizza love, building community, spreading a message of love and kindness like we've always done since the very beginning, being able to get it to do it with you all. So let me just move the camera over here into the corner a little bit. Let me see if I can make it so you can see the counter, so you can see me, see the counter. Looks good. Let me get my camera gear out of the way. And then I'm just going to need a few minutes to go make some dough. All right, move this over here. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome everybody to Tiny Brick Oven in Baltimore. I hope that you've got a good view. I hope that you can hear me. Spam us with your likes. We're up to 721 likes already in just 5 minutes. Appreciate you all so much. And you know, staying alive in 2025 is what Tiny Brick Oven is all about. Days on end, I was over here just grinding it out, working 16 hours a day, still feeding the homeless, still helping veterans, still taking care of our neighbors, donating to our schools, doing everything we can to make Baltimore a better city, help out our neighbors, help out our friends. That's something I'm always going to do. Like, that's not, regardless of how the business is doing, how our social media is doing, how our oven launch is doing. We always love to take care of the community. I mean, that's what we're all about. That's how it started in my backyard, from backyard to bar stool so many years ago. Just started off cooking pizza for friends and neighbors and Airbnb guests way back in, I guess it was 2015, 2012. I don't know. It's been so long. I think more than 14 years ago, 15 years ago now. So I just became obsessed with pizza. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And now I get to share that with you all. So super grateful for that. Let me just run downstairs real quick to make a ball of dough. That way, while I'm talking, I know, gosh, I see these likes pouring in. We really appreciate you all so much. Spamming us with hearts really helps. Our shop is doing okay. I am the guy from Dave and Christmas. I am that guy, Casey. How's the shop doing? It's a really good question. We still weren't able to get our liquor license, which I think is a massive disappointment for me. Our politicians said they wanted to help us. There were loans promised. There was legislation promised. And of course, like so many promises by politicians, they didn't do any of those things. Turns out they really just want to help out rich developers and not help out little guys like me. So you've got these big developers right next to us, essentially just extracting money, doing a cash grab the way they do. And then you've got a little guy like me just helping out all my neighbors, getting massive support from the community but no help from the politicians. So it's pretty clear they've created a system of winners and losers. If you're rich, you get to win. If you're not rich, you don't get to win. So that's the one discouragement in this whole journey. But clearly, the universe didn't accept that answer, wasn't happy with that, wasn't going to let us just quietly die. And Dave Portnoy, like a Christmas angel, came over here, shined a light on that, shined a light on some of this corruption. And millions of people all over the world wanted to help us, poured out love, support, and help. And they're forever grateful for that. So grateful that I got that Barstool score tattooed on my arm because I am the veteran that is so passionate about pizza that this really symbolized so much for me. Not just a rating of my pizza, but really, a vote that we do work with Flav. We love Flav. Flav's a great app. We love Flav. Yeah, thank you, Drake. Thank you. It really just symbolized the fact that you should follow your dreams. You should never give up, and absolutely have no regrets, regardless of the pandemic, regardless of the conditions here in Baltimore that the politicians have set up that made it so we're playing an unlevel playing field. All I can say is that we had to do it. I would never have been happy if I didn't do it. Again, like I said, now we're here with you all. So I do have my ovens turned on over here. I'm going to go make some dough really quick, or we're not going to have dough for service today. So I'm going to go make some dough. I'll be back in just a few minutes. After that, we're going to announce our winners for the giveaway. We've got a cap and an apron to give away. Again, a One Bite Festival cap and a Tiny Brick Oven apron that we're going to be giving out to our VIP backers. Well, I'm gone for a minute. If you'd like to learn about our oven, you can go to get.tinybrickovens.com. That is our pre-launch landing page. It'll tell you all about the different features and great things that we've built into that oven. The oven that we essentially used in my backyard to create this from backyard to barstool journey ever so many years ago. So back in like 3 minutes. Just hang tight, making dough, going to be right back. Check out the oven landing page while I'm gone. I'll be right back. I don't know if I can still hear me while I'm down there. Just set my timer here for about 4 minutes. All right, sorry about that, friends. So I was gone for just a minute. We are making dough today together, so that we'll have dough for service here in about 30 minutes. ¿Cuántos masa aquí? We got to figure out how many dough balls we have right now to work with just to make it through lunch. And then based on that knowledge, we'll make a quick emergency dough. 16? 16 masa? Segura? Okay, so we only have 16 dough balls right now. It was very busy last night. Sam, thank you. Thank you. Yes, can we explain the process? How long do we let the dough rise? So we like to let our dough rise for 24 hours. But in this specific case, we're just making emergency dough. So we've added a little extra scoop of yeast, and it'll probably rise for about 3 hours. So we're hoping that 16 pizzas can get us through the first 3 hours of service. Usually we don't get people coming in until 2 or 3 o'clock on a Saturday, which is why I do this live stream early on Saturdays, because it had been sort of slow from 11 to noon. That way we can share our pizza making with you all and not have to turn away customers, essentially. Only once in a while do we get people that sort of come to the door at 11:45, 11:50. We just tell them, like, hey, we'll be open in 10 minutes. So Leonardo, what's up? Wish I could try your pizza. Leonardo, if you're in Baltimore, you got to come give us a shot. We really appreciate that. Also, if you'd like to make it in your backyard, you can just buy a tiny brick oven. We've got a dough recipe that you can make very easily. And I can see here that our dough is almost ready. I set a timer for 4 minutes. In about 2 minutes, it's going to be done mixing. I'm going to bring the dough right up here. We'll put it on the counter. In fact, let me wash my hands while I'm thinking about it and get some gloves on. And we'll put some flour down. I think it's funny. It's fun that you guys asked me to. It's fun that you guys asked me to describe this process, because the truth is, I love talking about this stuff. I mean, I know that Leonardo, you're in Florida, man. You got to come up to Baltimore, or you got to help us find a great location so we can open a tiny brick oven down there in Florida. We've got a lot of interest in Florida and Texas and in California for us to open up a tiny brick oven. If you're in any of those locations or even overseas, we definitely love the idea of expanding, bringing tiny brick oven to the masses. Something that's got to happen now. If you'd like to have a tiny brick oven in your hometown, reach out to me, willfag@gmail.com. Let me know where you recommend. Put a comment below. We're definitely open to this. So, all right, I can tell by the sound of the mixer now that the dough is almost finished. We're going to put flour down over here. We're going to put some scales over here. And then we're going to chop those dough balls up, and we're going to oil them and get them ready. So, yes, Leonardo, it would be awesome. Aren't you the Portnoy review guy? I guess some people are calling me the Portnoy review guy. We had done a lot more before Portnoy ever showed up, but he did make us very famous on TikTok and Instagram. So we're super grateful for that. I guess, yes, I will own it. I am the Portnoy review guy. But we're so much more than just the Portnoy review guy. I am the inventor of Tiny Brick Oven. I am the world's biggest pizza nerd. And, maybe this tattoo proves that I am the Portnoy review guy. I got my Barstool review tattooed on my arm. So spam us with your likes. Share this live. Put your comments below. All of those things really help us keep doing what we're doing. We're going to get you in on a live where we're feeding the homeless. And next week, we're going to get you on a live, as long as the weather permits, where I'm actually making pizza blindfolded. So hang tight for all of those things. And let me show you how we make some dough first. I don't know if you can hear me while I'm down here in the basement. I don't know if you can. Let's see. Can you all hear me while I'm down at the dough mixer? I don't see any comments here for basement, so I'm going to presume that you can. I don't add milk to my dough. I don't add milk. No, you don't need to add milk to dough to make it great. Definitely don't add milk. Not adding milk to the dough. Noel, keep up the mission. Elm Perlson, we appreciate you. Noel says they add milk to the dough. We don't add milk to our dough. We have a lot of customers that are that are lactose intolerant, that are allergic to milk. Love all, serve all is our motto, so we want to make sure that we're doing the right things by them. I can see that you all can't see my counter over here, so I'm going to angle my camera down a little bit. I think TikTokers have a pretty good view here. And yeah, so here's our dough. Big ball of dough. Just gonna get this out onto the counter. Try not to crush my microphones while I'm doing this. Not drop this on the floor. All right. You know, we're not coming to you from a YouTube or Instagram or TikTok studio. We're coming to you from my commercial kitchen right here in Baltimore, where we've created so much pizza love, so many memories. It's been pretty incredible. Now that I have this out on the counter, all I'm going to do is I form this into kind of a big dough ball by folding underneath a little bit. And I know that I can get 17 dough balls out of this. So what I do is I actually chop it up into 16 pieces. That means they're all going to be try to do 16 equal pieces, because that's a math that like you can do in your head pretty easily. Like you just have to cut this into half, right? And then you cut this into half. And then you cut this into half. And then you cut these into half. And when you just have it and have it and have it and have it, you're going to end up with 16 pieces that are pretty close to the same. And each of those pieces is going to be a little bit more than 400 grams, give or take. I mean, we're just doing this by hand. We're doing it really fast. So we'll weigh it on a scale just to be sure. That's nothing that you have to do for the dough balls you're making at home, right? If you make a dough ball that's 180 grams, you make one that's 220 grams. It just means that you'll be able to stretch one a little bit bigger than the other. Will cook almost identical to each other. And it won't really make a difference for your pizza making. Here in the commercial setting, we were very concerned about consistency. We want to make sure that every customer is getting the right amount, a good deal. So we cut our dough balls and we weigh them out. Each one weighs between 400 and 410 grams. And then we ball them up, we oil them, and we let them rise. So we've got our scale here. I just put it right there. I'm on the wrong units. I'm on ounces instead of grams. And I can see, we make sure the scale says 0. We put this on, it says it's 407 grams. So the first one right out the gate, exactly the right size, just what we need. The next one, 512 grams, right? So it's over by 112. We just removed this. Now we're up to 406. It's the right size. The next one, 480. So we're just going to remove a little bit. Now we're down to 406. And you're really getting to kind of a meditative state doing this. It's almost like a therapy. It feels really nice to just kind of work on this stuff. And you can absolutely do all of this by hand, ball it all by hand. You can mix it by hand, but I really recommend you get a bread maker or even a food processor if you don't want to buy a KitchenAid, which are pretty expensive, or you can't borrow a KitchenAid. I mean, I remember when I first got started, I was pretty broke at the time, so I asked a friend if I could borrow their KitchenAid, and they let me borrow it. And that worked pretty good until I could find a used one it was either Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace back then. But it turns out that's just what I was taught. I was taught you have to have this expensive mixer, but that's not true. We now know you can make really good dough with a food processor or a bread maker. The bread maker is my favorite because you just put the ingredients in, you set it for dough. In my specific bread maker, you let it go for 17 minutes. And at the end of 17 minutes, you've got a really nice dough ball that's been made. And that'll work for bread flour, high gluten flour, and even whole wheat flour, which we've done before. The food processor does not work with the whole wheat flour. So I think the bread maker has become my favorite method now since it works with whole wheat. All right, we're down to 410 over here. So we're getting to the end of this batch of dough balls. And I can see the sun has come out outside, so maybe I'll fire up the TinyBrickOven. We've got a little bit of time left here. I want to do our giveaway, which that's coming up in just a minute. So stay tuned for the giveaway. Spam us with your likes if you like the giveaways. And be sure to sign up as a VIP backer at TinyBrickOven or at get.tinybrickovens.com if you'd like to be eligible for those giveaways. We have to give away, we have a One Bite Festival hat signed by me and a TinyBrickOven apron also signed by me. And you can tell all of your friends that you supported us before our product was even launched, right? Like when we just had one little pizza shop in Baltimore, spreading love and kindness as best we could with one little store. Do we have the ovens for sale yet? We don't have them for sale yet. We're working towards our first manufacturing run. But if you back us now at get.tinybrickovens.com, you put down $1, that allows you to reserve the lowest price we're ever going to offer for that oven. If you're willing to go with us on this journey and to put your commitment in now, that's going to allow you to get the lowest price we'll ever offer. We know our competitors are selling a very similar oven for around $800. We're offering it right now for close to half of that price if you're willing to back us now. And that's so that we can bring this oven to life. It's going to take a few months. And I wanted to explain right now about that, sort of explain why it's taking longer than we originally anticipated. The truth is, back in December, when the pizza shop was closing, when we thought the pizza shop was going to close, I figured I would close the shop and then just work exclusively on launching the TinyBrickOven. Like that was going to be my one pizza thing. I was going to go back to nursing, working in the operating room at Delaney Eye Center, and then, part-time, and then, full-time, just working on launching this oven. Then, of course, as you know, we got reviewed by Dave Portnoy, and lines out the door, crazy press. Just so much excitement. Noel, watching from Melbourne, Australia, man. We appreciate that. The original crypto carnivore joined. Chef Levin. Danny boy, what's up? And we've got the boss. You're such a good person. So glad good things happen for you. They did, man. So many good things, Howard. Thank you. Yes, we've always tried to spread kindness. We're always going to continue spreading kindness. And we're very excited to be here with you. You can see we're making the dough balls now. This is something you can do by hand. We do have a dough baller right here next to me that does it by machine a lot faster. And it's okay. It doesn't do it quite as good as doing it by hand, but it does it good enough. Good enough for us to make excellent pizzas with it. It doesn't really affect the quality of the pizzas. But I like the fact, is the oven electric? No, our oven is propane powered, so it can get up to 900 degrees very quickly. We didn't like wood because it was hard to keep temp. It was very hard to learn how to manage. And sometimes you get ash in your pizza. You have to find the supply of wood. We've been very successful making what everyone thinks are wood-fired pizzas with a propane-powered oven because it gets to the right temperature. If you're cooking at about 850 degrees Fahrenheit, it's going to make a beautiful blistered crust, just like you could make in a wood-fired oven. So here's how we ball these doughs. I just fold over like this with my hand. You'll feel they get very firm, and when you push them down on the counter, they will pull back when you push down. That means the gluten's nicely developed. So if you have any questions about the oven, I see you asking if it's electric or not. You can go to get.tinybrickovens.com and you can see everything about it there. Explain everything about the oven right there. And it can literally turn your backyard into a pizzeria. It's exactly what happened in my case. I mean, I just built this thing in my backyard so many years ago. From my backyard to Barstool, it's been an awesome journey. And we are so glad that we can have you all here with us today to share in that, to share in our journey, and to share in this new journey where we launch this oven and change pizza history forever together. The Dough Father. Wow, I love that name. The Dough Father. If you're out there, you need to join our pizza fraternity. We'll make you the godfather of the pizza fraternity. The pizza fraternity, by the way, is a co-ed fraternity, is a service-oriented fraternity. When you join the fraternity, you take a pledge to use your pizza powers only for good and to do at least one event where you help feed the homeless. That can be volunteering with your food bank. That can be making some pizza for the homeless. That can be going to your local pizzeria and buying some pizzas and then handing them out to the homeless. There's a lot of ways you can fulfill this, but basically, when you join the Pizza Brotherhood, when you join the Pizza Sisterhood, when you join the pizza family, you agree to help take care of others. That's what we've always been all about. So I think next Monday, we'll be out with healthcare for the homeless and making some fresh pizzas for them, also using our Tiny Brick Oven. We've got some creatives up right now on our Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok that show a little bit of footage from that. It really brought a tear to my eye and touched my heart, being out there with these healthcare heroes that are taking care of the homeless and then being able to provide them and the customers there with some delicious food. It really was pretty good. It really was. It really did hit me right here in the heart. So now that we have our dough balls made, we'll actually start to oil them. And I need a little more oil. Necesito more aceituna. Necesito más. So we have these dough pans. You don't need these. You can absolutely use Tupperware, right, at home. Nothing wrong with that. These pans help our dough proof a little bit faster. It helps it keeps its round shape a little bit better. And what we do is we oil it. We put the top of our dough ball in first. We swirl it around just like this. And then we flip this over. Melbourne, Australia, man, that's cool. And then that way our dough ball is perfectly oiled and our pan is perfectly oiled. And then we'll just stack this up in kind of a warm spot next to the oven. And that way, in a couple of hours, we'll have some dough. Dough pans are awesome, old school. I do love the pans. They've really helped us out a lot. We get these at the restaurant store. I think they're about $3 or $4 a piece. I think you can order them on Webstaurant if you want. It's really not required in any way. Like if you just have a big kind of a cake box from Tupperware, you can absolutely use that at home. You can even use plastic bags if you have to. We've used all sorts of different things on the way here, on the way to this journey. Before we could afford our more pro level equipment, we made it all work with just like home equipment. So, all right. I think it's time for us to do another giveaway. So hang tight with us. And we're gonna do this giveaway soon. So Ariza, if you're out there, just meet me on Facebook Live, or sorry, meet me on Facebook Messenger. And for those of you who don't know, Riza is my social media manager. She's also a brilliant college student, studying something related to broadcasting. How does gluten play a role? How does gluten play a role? Well, gluten helps hold in all the bubbles and also helps us stretch this crust really thin. That's why we use high gluten flour in our recipe. But gluten is in all kinds of breads. The more gluten you have, like the more air it can trap, and also the stretchier you can make your dough. And we're almost done. We're almost done with this now. We'll get to making some pizzas in a minute. But first I want to do, yeah, thanks for tagging at Barstool Sports. We appreciate that. At Barstool Sports, are you out there? Definitely want to tag you all. We've had some great coverage from Barstool Sports here in Baltimore. Some great folks over there running the Barstool Sports page in Baltimore. And of course, Dave was very nice to us. He's a very considerate guy. I can tell you this right now, like, very opinionated, sure, but so nice to us. Like, really just remembered a lot of things about our review and you know, our liquor license and all these things. I mean, he reviews pizza places all the time, and he remembered a lot of details from our review. So it feels like he's more sensitive than maybe some people give him credit for. Good food and good people is a winning combination. I agree with that 100%, John. Good food and good people is a winning combination. Keep up the good work. We appreciate you. Superman. Stetchlax, welcome. Deerline, welcome. Tweet, welcome. Shananan, welcome. Mekad, welcome. If you're on our Instagram, definitely like us, comment, share. Like, comment, and share. Same for you, everybody on TikTok. We really appreciate it. We're up to 5,000 likes on this go live alone. That's like a record-breaking like. It's a record-breaking amount of likes for our go live here. So we really appreciate you. Liking, commenting, and sharing really helps us continue on doing what we're doing, getting the message out. We don't deliver yet. We're looking for a delivery driver, but we will deliver soon as we find a delivery driver. So, but if you want to come down to the shop, that's probably the best way to do it right now. So I can see we've got maybe 10 or 15 minutes left here. Let me just get Arisa on the line so we can do our giveaways for this week. I don't want to miss that out. Miss on that, out on that. And then we're going to try to jam out one pizza. So give me 1 second. Okay. You can also share your screen. Oh, share a screen. Okay. So it looks like we're just going to share a screen here from our StreamYard. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, I can add maybe, do I share a screen? Let's see. Cropped layout, group layout, spotlight layout, news layout. Okay, let's see. Share screen. Use with 2 monitors. Screen share works best on a good computer. Right. Let's go to Facebook. We'll share this here. And then a little bit tricky here, friends. A little bit tricky. Let's see. We want to go to our spinner. I'm having a tough time with this one. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, there's the wheel of names. We're going to click on that. All right, bear with me. Hang tight there, number friends. Oops, hang tight with me, friends. I'm going to turn the screen so that you can see our spinner. And I'm going to check on StreamYard just to make sure that we're actually sharing that screen over here. So I don't see, oh, okay, I see. Let's see, let's add to stage here. Ah, there we go. All right, perfect. So we've got this screen that we're sharing. We've got our wheel spinner here so we can pick our names. I'm going to turn the camera so that you all can see our random name generator. And these will be our winners for our VIP giveaway. We've got spin number 1 happening now. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, no one knows. And the winner is Harris. Stephen Harris, you've just won a One Bite Festival hat. One Bite Festival hat signed by me. And I'm going to remove your name from the list now. You will be added back in when we do our grand prize of a pizza party catered by me. I can fly to your town with the tiny brick oven. It's that portable. And I will do a pizza party for you and 10 of your friends, or you and 12 of your friends, something like that. I guess up to 15 people. And let me just put this so we're level. TikTok friends, can you see this? If you are signed up to be a VIP backer, you will be put on this list. All right, I'm going to remove Steven from the list now. And we'll pick our second winner. Let's see. All right, round and round she goes. Winner number 2, here we go. Michael J. Delman, you are our winner. You have won a Tiny Brick Oven an official Tiny Brick Oven apron signed by me. And we're going to remove your name from the list also. And now, without further ado, we're going to get to making some pizzas, which is something that we want to do the whole time anyways. All right, let me stop sharing this. Let me go back to StreamYard. All right. All right, friends, time to make a pizza together. We've had so much fun on this so much fun on this video. I'm such an amateur streamer. I really apologize, you guys. I get my words all jumbled. Slay, Stephen Harris. Thank you, Boston Bobby. All right. All right. Here we go. And let's see. Cheap viewers. We don't want anyone. Hey, Will, can you add pineapple to my pizza? Brandon, we're not adding any pineapple to your pizza, you bastard. Just kidding. Our customers love pineapple, and we love our customers, so we do add pineapple. Glad I got you to try your pizza. Michael, appreciate you, man. It was my favorite of the whole festival. Wow, that's very nice. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. All right. Let's make a pizza together. We've made our dough, so I don't have to be afraid of running out of dough now. We put it in kind of a warm spot next to our oven. And I'm going to give you one last trick, one thing to do with your old dough that we do. Howdy, Doc. One thing to do. Cool. Yeah, one thing to do with your old dough that, oh, Mike from Anchorage. Hey, Mike, what's going on, man? Maybe you all don't know, I'm on the board of the Anchorage Marina. It's where I keep my boat there in Baltimore. We've got beautiful waterfront property, and I love it so much. Can we see your menu before you make a pizza? Can you see the menu? I guess some people want to see the menu. Let me show you our very simple menu. This. I think we're backwards. Maybe the menu's backwards now. This camera even. It's a little hard to see. So we can put this camera on live. I'm not familiar with how to do that. It'd be nice if I could just make the camera the other direction. So I guess. Oh hey, what's going on? From Alexandria, Virginia. What's up? You open zero for names to die. So I can't really show the menu that easily, unfortunately, because we're sort of backwards here, but I can read it to you. You've got 16-inch pizzas, 8-inch slice combos, wings, side sauces, appetizers. You've got mozzarella sticks, gelatos that we make at house. Our vegan pizzas over here. Also, our beverages and some coffee drinks. So a really simple menu. Just a few things we do really well. And I think that's how we like to do it. We always wanted to just be that, the place that makes the best pizza. And we got pretty famous for that. So feeling pretty good about it. We got a 7.9 score from Dave Portnoy. That was on a reheated pizza. What flavor of wings? We've got a barbecue and buffalo. Barbecue and buffalo, just the two basics. Booyah! 7.9. Booyah! We love that. Emily Tattoos joined. All right. I mean, maybe you like my tattoo there, Emily. This is my Barstool tattoo, 7.9 rated. We've got over 8,400 likes now on this live stream. Instagrammers, you got a lot to keep up with over here. Definitely like, comment, and share. We're getting massive reach on TikTok over here, thanks to my TikTok fam. And we're getting spammed with likes over here, which is massively helped. Best pizza place in Baltimore by far. Thank you so much. Instagrammers, I want you all to step up and do the same thing. Like, let's keep this pizza love train going. Just give me your likes, give me your comments. Put something in the comments below. All of those things really, really do help. I've got my TikTok fam massively supporting. Honestly surprised this doesn't have 1,000 viewers. We might be reaching, how many viewers do we have? Because I know we've got 9,200 likes just like that, man. So I really feel the love and support of my TikTok fam. I really appreciate you all so much. So let's make a pizza together. I've got to open my pizza shop. It's 12 o'clock now. I got to open the door, turn the lights on. Garth, we appreciate you. Thanks for the fires. Thanks for the emojis. Thanks for the likes. Mr. Krabs, thank you. Man, we're gonna get over 10,000 likes here in just a few seconds. I mean, we're on fire on TikTok. Instagram, let's do it, man. Come on. Come on. We're here for you. Instagram, Twitch, Facebook. We're here for all of you all. Like, comment, and share. Let's keep it going. Let me open the door. Let me make a pizza. I love you all so much. All right. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'm over here turning the lights on, plugging to my side. And just unlocking the door, turn the radio on just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna put all my chairs down. Can you make dos pizzas, por favor? And let me get some dough so that we can. JT, how's business been lately? It has been slower lately, and we're still suffering from not having that liquor license. So, but we do have the best pizza. We've got the best community support of any business here, and we're still grateful to be alive in 2025. So I'm not exactly sure what the future holds for us next, but I do know that we're going to focus right now on launching this oven and creating a backyard movement from backyard to bar stool. Hey, who owns a pizza store? Yes, Harris. You own a pizza store in Baltimore. Very, very slow this year. I agree. The city is having troubles, no doubt. It's been tough for us too. So luckily we have you all out there to support. Thank you so much. All right, let's get this. Let's get the pizza making started. Sorry it's taken me so long to get to this. I just had a lot on my mind, a lot of things I wanted to get off of my chest. I did want to apologize for taking so long to get this oven launch done. But as you know, we got very busy with Dave Portnoy's reviews. And then we got very busy after his review with customers who wanted to come out and buy pizza and support us and try like the legendary 7.9 pizza. And then we got invited to go to the One Bite Festival, really one of the greatest honors of my life. Especially when the city makes small business fight with one hand tied. Yes, exactly. Especially when the city makes small business fight with one hand tied. That's exactly what it's like. All these rich developers getting a liquor license. I'm like here trying to like make pizza with one hand, not fighting, making pizza. Okay, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. But it is just like that. Imagine if I was trying to make pizza with one hand tied behind my back. That's what these politicians have done to us. They've given these other guys like brass knuckles, and then they've just given me, tied my hand behind my back. So, have you been doing well? We were so busy after the Portnoy review. So busy. Thank you, Garth. We love you too. Now here in Annapolis, let me know who to talk to. You're in Annapolis now? It's Bill Ferguson and Luke Clippinger. I'm going to do a go live from their office actually, because we need to let people know, like, they're not helping us out. They promised to help us out. They haven't helped us out. Politicians should keep their promises, not turn their back on us. So, but it is time for us to make a pizza. I don't want to talk about that anymore, at least not in this session. It does weigh on my mind a lot. But we're not going to let that ruin the whole show just because we have politicians that aren't helping. That would be crazy. We've got over 11,000 likes now. You all have spammed us with your likes. You've shared this live. You've commented below. You're giving us the encouragement and the love. Let's make a pizza together to end this session, and we appreciate you all so much. I hope you can hear me while I'm down here getting the dough. All right, this dough has gotten pretty old now, but I'm going to be able to pull it out into a pizza. Another thing we do with our old dough is we turn it into bread. We don't like to waste any dough that isn't going to make a good pizza. So instead, we'll turn it into some bread and we'll, let's see. Yeah. All right. After an hour, TikTok gives me a little puzzle to solve so that they know that I'm actually here and like engaging and being live still. We need to see a gelato live one day. I love that idea, man. Gelato. That would be fun. If you all want to see a gelato live, definitely put in your request. I can absolutely make that happen. We have a little gelato maker here, like a home gelato maker. That could be something we could do next for sure. Or ice cream if you prefer that. Gelato is just a super premium ice cream. But for right now, let me show you how we turn this dough into pizza. And my trick for using old dough is to turn it into bread. So I'm going to show you how I do that too. Let me put some gloves on. Can I get some queso and salsa, please? Porquito queso, porquito salsa. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see if you can. Let me angle you so you can see my counter over here. Beautiful. Excellent. All right. Excellent. Okay. All right. Now, hopefully, you can see my counter. Hopefully, you can see this dough right here. We have this little piece of dough left from our previous dough run, but we're going to make like 3 more batches today. So we'll just incorporate that into the next run. Here we have some dough. This is maybe a week old now, so it's going to have a great flavor, but it becomes hard to stretch after a few days. The gluten starts to break down, making it harder. Gets stickier. You have to use more flour. Once you're very experienced, this is something you'll learn how to do. It's not any big deal. It just requires a little more delicate touch. But the other thing is, you can just say like, "Hey, because if you're doing this at home, we're only making 4 to 8 dough balls, maybe 12 or 16 for a really big party." Let's say you can either freeze the dough, which is something we don't have the freezer capacity to do here because of the volume of pizzas that we're making. We also don't really need to because we'll make 3 batches of dough. We'll use all 3 batches that day, or we'll go through a bunch of it. And then there might just be like 4 or 5 doughs left over for the next day. So we make 3 more batches that night, right? So we're constantly rotating the dough so that we don't have to worry about storing it. But if you're at home and you make a bunch of doughs that you can't use, you can freeze them. You can turn them into bread, which is something we like to do here sometimes. So we like to have bread pasta for family meal, bread pasta and salad for family meal. And or of course you can stretch them down, turn them into pizza like days later, just like I'm about to do with one of these also. So a lot of options for you. Let me get some semolina and stretch this out and just make a pizza for you. We're just going to take this dough ball right here. We gently scrape it up out of the dough box. It's very sticky. We're going to add a little bit of semolina. And we're just going to push this out. The whole time we're doing this, we're making sure that we add enough semolina so that it's not sticking to our fingers and it's not sticking to the counter. It should move freely on the counter, move freely on our fingers. And that's a key part of making sure that you stretch this dough evenly. If it gets stuck on your fingers, gets stuck on the counter, it can tear, it becomes very hard to stretch. So adding enough flour, not so much that the whole thing just tastes like semolina, but not so little that it sticks. If you add too much, you can always dust it off a little bit. And you just keep working it, keep working it, keep working it until we get about a 10 or 12 inch, crust. Let's see, I've got the phone ringing over here. I forgot it. Either both. I'll be quick try to grab. Look at that. Let's see. Come on. Let's see. Up there. All right, sorry about that. We are live, so I got to be able to answer the phone. I'm gonna switch these gloves out. Hello, sir. How are you? What are you in the mood for today? All right, we've got a customer that just wandered in, so we have to talk to them a little bit. We're in the middle of a go live over here, man. I hope you don't mind. Appreciate you. So got our dough stretched out now. And I'm just gonna put on my perforated peel. We give it a shake to try to remove some of that extra semolina. And then we're gonna add some sauce and cheese. We use a crushed tomato sauce. I'm going to put about 2 ounces of that. This is a 4-ounce scoop. We do about half a scooper. And we're just letting the spoodle, the spoon and a ladle together, we're just letting that glide over the dough, like sort of hydroplane, so that we're not pushing the dough into all those little perforations in the peel. We're just gently spreading the sauce on it. We really like these like tight ratios of sauce and cheese and crust because we want you to be able to taste the freshly baked crust. We want you to taste the fresh packed tomatoes that we use in our sauce, which are high quality and delicious. And we want you to be able to taste the high quality cheeses that we use on top too. A good pizza is a combination of all of those things. It's not just dominated by cheese, not just dominated by sauce, not just dominated by pepperoni. It's more like a symphony orchestra with the brass and the woodwind and the strings and the percussion all working together in harmony to create this beautiful pizza experience for you. You know, just an awesome experience. So, all right, here's our pizza. We make sure it's still shaking. We've got the right ratios of sauces and cheese. It's moving good here. We're going to put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. I set my timer. And now I'm going to show you, if you have old dough and you just want to turn it into bread, this is a very easy way. We take and no more. Okay. We use parchment paper for when we're baking our bread here. And that's because we bake our bread at 325. We don't bake it at 550. The parchment paper will burn at 550. It burns at pizza oven temperatures, but it does not burn. It does not burn at the temperature for bread baking. And this helps our dough not to stick to our pan. So just going to trim this to fit in my baking sheet. Just like so. And now we've got these dough balls. So pizza dough is designed to be flat, right? And bread, you really want bread to puff up. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. We would take these dough balls and we would smash them into this kind of baguette shape, and the bread was okay. But eventually I realized, like, hey, we have several dough balls that have gone very flat now. What if we combine two of them? And it made the bread much, much better. So I'll show you. We're just gonna take our scraper and we're gonna kind of turn these into more of a baguette shape like this. And we'll do the same thing with this one. Just like that. Just like that. All right. And we'll pull this out of here and we'll put it skin down on our parchment paper. And then we'll take our second dough and we'll put that skin up on top of the other one. And you can see together, they form a very beautiful baguette. So you've taken dough, you want it to be flat for pizza dough, but now you're trying to turn it into an Italian loaf. So by taking two of them and combining together, you get a very nice dough-shaped, like dough-shaped loaf. We just kind of pinch this together here at the seam, like this. And again, pull it together to make it more like a baguette. And then we'll take our scissors and we'll just put our relief cuts on the top of the bread like this. Really simple. And then we cover this with plastic wrap. We put it in sort of the warm spot to rise, and we bake it. You should stay live when you're open. A lot of pizza places do it. Might drive more business. You know, I don't want to be live all day. I think that would be pretty boring. We've got, seeing the same thing over and over and over. Maybe we'll do it one day, like, a typical day at Tiny Brick Oven, just live all day. If you want to see that, comment below. I mean, I'm open to all of these ideas. I think it'd be very fun. As the world's largest pizza nerd, I would love to do it. So, all right. But anyways, back to bread making. We've got our loaf now made just like this. We're going to cover it with plastic wrap. Here he is. What's going on, man? Yeah, right. Looks like our guy over here is going to order at the self-serve kiosk. So if you'd like me to ring you up, I can, man. Yeah, let me ring you up. So $9 our minimum order. For that price, you get 2 slices and a drink. Is that what that? So $9 is our minimum order. For that price, you get 2 slices and a drink. Let's do that. All right, 1 second. We're just going to cover this with plastic. You guys have any left? We do. It's all the way in the back on the left. Give me 1 second. So we just cover this with plastic like this, and then we're gonna let that rise over here underneath the warmth of the oven. Hey, what's your name, man? Malik. Malik. Give me 1 second. It's very loud over here. Okay, tell me one more time. Yeah. Eat them. It's the only kind of pepperoni we have. Yes, sir. Oh, wait, you're going to PS. You want a slice of cheese and a slice of fat? Yes. Yes, yeah. I'll take it again. Oh, wait. It's pretty nice. Well, whenever you want well, sticks or wings. Yeah. Okay, all right. Sure. And Rico's on love. Let me just get my recording rig out of your way, man. Sorry, customers coming in, so we got to get this stuff out of the way.
You should have people on TikTok.
Yeah, we're live on TikTok, man.
So I like to see it.
Give a shout out, man. Give a shout out. Our customers would love it.
Hey man, y'all might as well. What's the name of the restaurant?
Tiny Brick Oven.
Y'all might as well come slide through Tiny Brick Oven. They got the best pizza down fit in here.
We appreciate that.
Maryland, man. I'm telling you, I come here on the day I'm drunk, so I know what's up.
There we go, man. There we go. We do have a very loyal fan base here, so it's always nice. Always nice to get the live reviews here, man. Always nice to get the live reviews.
Man, so many times on the late night.
And the late night. That's we're not open late nights anymore, though. We're not open late nights anymore. Yeah, because we open at lunch now, so we don't. We used to open at 4 and then stay open until 3 in the morning, and I love those days, but we got so busy at lunch that I couldn't do it all, like
I don't blame.
I do miss it sometimes, though. It was a lot of fun, man.
Man, if you want to do it at the right time. So let's say it's about to be winter right now. You can just continue with the lunch and then you go on your regular schedule.
Maybe that's true.
Matter of fact,
when it's slower,
if the Ravens start doing better,
man.
Well.
If the Ravens start doing better, I promise Lamar Jackson we're gonna give him free slices over here. So Lamar,
you hear that, Lamar?
Lamar, if you're out there,
you might as well lock in, man.
That's it. Lock it in, man. We want you to get your ring this year. We give you free Tiny Brick Oven for life if you win the Super Bowl, man. It's a no-brainer. Oh, sorry, man. Ice in the machine on the right. Yeah, there you go. That's right. We treat you right. So here's what our pizza looks like after 5 minutes. We got a beautiful undercarriage here. That's exactly how we want to do it. Hello, friends. Hey, we're just getting set up over here, and we're finishing up a TikTok live. You can bear with us for just a few minutes. We'll take care of you. So thank you, friends. I've got customers coming in now, so I probably have to run soon. But I just wanted to show you our pizza that we made together today. And I wanted to show you what our bread looks like after it's risen and been baked. Using our trick there that I taught you for our old dough, this is what your old pizza dough can look like if you let it rise and you bake it at 350 for 25 minutes. Makes a beautiful Italian loaf. We eat this with some pasta and some salads. No dough goes wasted. So there you have it right there. All right, friends. Oh, yeah, it's all the way in the back on the left, man, of course. Would you all like to try some pizza on our TikTok live over here, a free sample? Yeah. It's up to you. Sometimes customers get a little camera shy, so we don't force them to be on the live. Sometimes they really enjoy it, like our friend over here. So, but I'm gonna have to log off now. We love you all so much and appreciate your likes. We got over 15,000 likes on this TikTok. So thank you again. We'll talk to you all soon. Be well. God bless. Keep spreading pizza love. And we'll see you again next Saturday from 11 to noon. Next Saturday, as long as the weather holds, I'm going to do my blindfold pizza making demonstration. You don't want to miss that. We'll have our giveaways as always. We'll make pizzas together. And I will show you how to use the Tiny Brick Oven while you are blindfolded. The world's easiest and best outdoor pizza oven. Thank you again. Be well. God bless. Thank you for your patience, friends. We got started a little bit late